SAS soldier ordered off a cruise ship for flicking a cigarette overboard. Mark O'Keefe's dream holiday came to an abrupt end and he was forced to find his own way home. Erin Willing's been following the story and she joins me now. Erin, the passenger breached the ship rules.
Unfortunately, he did, Tracy. Now, passengers are always told that it's against the rules to throw anything overboard, especially cigarettes, because of the serious risk of fire. But it's what the captain of the ship did to Mark after he tossed his cigarette that's infuriated his family.
I smell a rat here.
People forget sometimes that they're actually aboard a ship.
It was hardly the crime of the century, but it was one that Mark O'Keefe paid dearly for.
Ship etiquette is really important. This man's actions were dangerous and reckless.
The 58-year-old was on board a luxury P&O cruise liner when he made the mistake of flicking a cigarette butt overboard. The captain was so angry he kicked him off the ship, leaving the former SAS soldier stranded in a foreign country.
Look, it's not ideal that this guy was kicked off the ship in a foreign country and then had to deal with getting home, but the rules are there for a reason.
2GB radio host Ben Fordham.
I think cruise companies are pretty understanding when it comes to letting people let their hair down, enjoy a drink and have some fun when they're on board the ship. There's just a few things they ask you to do while you're on board.
It was supposed to be a dream holiday for Mark and his wife, a return cruise to tropical Bali. But sometime during the visit, Mark decided to light up. What he didn't know was that a security officer was watching and claims to have seen him flick the butt overboard. A strict no-no for passengers.
The moment you get on a ship, you're given a safety briefing about the things that you cannot do aboard that ship. And one of the things you're told you cannot do is throw a lit cigarette or any cigarette overboard.
Mark's daughter Courtney tells us that she is furious, claiming that staff told her father to return to his cabin after the incident. Then, after a meeting with the captain, he was ordered off the ship and dumped on the nearest island.
I think the important part to remember is ships are like aircraft. They do require safety standards and they require passengers to behave appropriately when they're at sea.
I thought you could flick cigarettes.
Travel expert Peter Lynch is from Cruise Passenger magazine.
It is serious. You've got to remember that that large ship is a working ship. And as a result, there are petrol fumes, there are the possibility that that cigarette could actually cause a fire somewhere on the ship.
P&O is standing by its actions, saying it is stressed not to dispose of a cigarette over the side because it can be drawn back into the ship and cause a very serious fire.
Should we get out of here?
In 2006, investigations found that a fire on board a Star Princess cruise liner that claimed the life of a passenger had been sparked by a smouldering cigarette.
It actually managed to penetrate the cabins below him, and as a result, at least 10 of those cabins were destroyed and one man died.
While his wife stayed on board, Mark travelled to Denpasar and then flew home, all at his own expense. While Courtney admits her father made a mistake, she initially wanted compensation for her parents. When we contacted her, though, she told us she decided to drop the fight.
This man's actions put passengers' lives at risk, and that's why he was put off the ship.
When you break the rules, you've got to cop the consequences.
You can read P&O's full statement on our website. Stay with us on A Current Affair. We'll be back in a moment.